Good morning. My name is Terry Cruiser. I'm an author and poet. I currently live in Federal Way, Washington. And I just want to go ahead and share with the world some of my writings. I recently published a book of poetry. And this is going to be a first of a series of installments where I'm just going to go ahead and share some of my poems and some of my work with you. The title, as far as my video and series of videos, that's going to be a series, is Upcomp. That's UPCOMP. And that's basically a derivation from the title of my book, Uncommon Poems, Common People. So we'll see what happens with this. I'm hoping, that everybody enjoys this. And if I get a following, that's great. And if I don't, at least I'll get, some of my words here on video for people to share. My book is basically two parts. And it has to do with one part is a series of chapters I call The Edge. And I'll explain more of that as I go along. And then the second part is a series of other chapters, which is pretty much a follow-up to the first. So without further ado, I'll go ahead and start with the first part of the book, which I call The Edge. And I'll start with a prologue. It's very short. It's only 2 pages, or excuse me, 2 poems. And let's just get going on that. The first poem I'm going to read to you is called People. And it's just simply a reflection as far as what the book is all about. People. I watch and I listen, and I wait for them to let a piece of themselves go. And I grab it, save it, for it is a precious thing. Writing is my way of retaining it, so that someday it may come back to them. The second poem and last poem, as far as the prologue, is called The Edge. And the little story behind that is just, I just wanted to explore, as far as my own philosophy, as far as what I call the edge, is that we just get so busy living our lives, we fail to see the changes that occur within ourselves until someday something happens where we have to stop the process of living long enough, where we simply go ahead and just have to deal with the changes and the realities that we've gone through. So here is the edge. We leave the simplicities of childhood, step on to the ledge of life. We challenge the outside, not knowing what is there. We face the world. As each day passes, our lives gradually merge with those around us. And before we know it, we are all entangled, caught in each other's spells. We join and part, and join and part, and join and part. In time's passing, through others we gather reflections of ourselves and hide them inside. For each of us, there comes a day when we stop long enough to look in our mirrors and see all around us the worlds of our emotions, which we feel but cannot touch. We find ourselves insecure and unknowing in a world that once seemed so familiar. We find ourselves on the edge. So that pretty much is the prologue. Now, for the rest of the first half of the book, I'm not going to read every poem, just certain excerpts. And the first part of the book follows the path of a young person proceeding their way through life and going through all the various ups and downs that it can bring. As with most young people, they feel their passions very strongly, want to get on with the process of living. And of course, one of the third steps is falling in love. So here are some reflections on that. The second chapter, the second part is called Joy in Love. And I'll just start out with a couple poems from that. The first one is called Quest. The search for a life mate is a dream of youth. An end, a beginning, we claim as our right. We plan, we dream, we connive and we scheme. Through every waking day, through every sleepless night. And we watch, and we listen, and we shine our light. The next poem, again, reflecting the hopes and dreams of youth, is called Discover Me. The first day I met you, I thought you could be the one. The next time I talked to you, I felt we had begun. I want to know you. I want you to know me. I'd like for us to share, to see if it could be our chance for love. Discover me. I think that's going to be enough for this first session. I hope you enjoyed my work, and I hope that you would be willing to share. Thank you for listening, and give it a couple more days, and maybe we'll see another installment. Y'all take care. Bye. Ugh.